My love, every day without you feels like a long road with no shade, no rest, no familiar voice calling my name. I wake with the hope that somehow the universe will bring you closer, a sign, a whisper, a memory strong enough to fill the silence you left behind. Sometimes I speak to you in my mind, quietly, as if you're still listening, with that soft patience only you had for me. I tell you how the nights have grown colder, how the hours move slower, how my heart still waits at the same place where you once stood. Your absence has a weight of its own. It presses on my chest, fills my thoughts, and turns every small moment into a reminder that love becomes sharper when distance stretches it. I miss the simple things, the way you breathed when you were tired, the way your smile changed the whole room, the way your presence felt like a home. I never wanted to leave. Tell me, my love, does separation touch you the way it touches me? Does it linger in your quiet moments, waiting for your heart to admit that it still misses mine? Because here, in the space between us, I hold your name gently, carefully, as if it were the last light that keeps me alive through the darkness. If you want part, there are moments when the distance between us feels larger than the world itself, as if every horizon, every shore, every silent night has gathered to stand. Between our hearts, I walk through my days carrying your memory like a fragile lantern, its light trembling, yet refusing to fade. Sometimes it glows softly, sometimes it flickers painfully, but it is always there, the only light I trust. I wonder if you feel it too, the pull of something unfinished, the echo of a love that refuses to sleep, because even when I try to bury the longing, even when I pretend that silence does not hurt, your name rises like a tide I cannot stop. Every place I go reminds me of what the world once looked like when you were beside me. Now the days feel thinner, the nights feel longer, and the sky itself looks like it has forgotten how to smile without you. I try to be strong, but strength is difficult when your heart is still tied to someone who feels 1,000 lifetimes away. I try to breathe normally, but even my breath searches for yours. I try to sleep, yet every time I close my eyes, you return, not as a memory, but as a presence. My soul still reaches for. There is a kind of loneliness that only lovers understand, the kind that doesn't scream, doesn't break, doesn't shatter. It simply sits in the heart like a quiet ache that never leaves. That is the loneliness you left with me. But even in this ache, my love, I do not blame you. Love is not a prison, it is a journey. And sometimes the road bends in ways we never expected. Still some part of me believes that our roads will meet again, not because of fate, not because of promises, but because love, like ours, does not vanish into nothingness. So I wait, not with desperation, not with fear, but with a soft, steady hope. A hope that you will feel the emptiness in the wind, the whisper in your silence, the unanswered question in your heartbeat, and know that it is me. I wait for the day when the distance dissolves, when the silence breaks, when the longing ends the day. Your footsteps return to the path that leads back to my heart. Until then, my beloved, I will keep your memory alive and warm. A gentle flame burning quietly in the center of my soul. There are nights when even silence feels too loud because it carries your missing breath. I walk slowly through empty hours, listening for echoes that no longer belong to me. Sometimes I wonder if memories choose to stay alive, only to remind the heart how fragile love becomes after separation deepens. I hold on to the smallest moments, your turned glance, your soft laughter, the gentle warmth of your presence that lingers still like a faint sunset in winter. Every evening falls with unfamiliar weight, and every dawn arrives without promise. Yet my soul keeps searching quietly for the hope that once lived between your hands. I tell myself this ache is a teacher guiding me through nights that stretch endlessly without your light. Even the winds seem to know your absence well. They move slower, as if carrying your unfinished stories. But still, love refuses to fade. It stands patient, waiting silently beside the doors you close so softly, trusting someday you might return again to the path that leads back to warmth once shared between us. And until then, I remain here, not broken fully, not healed completely, but living gently, with your memory resting quietly inside the deepest place of my soul. There are nights when even silence feels too loud because it carries your missing breath. I walk slowly through empty hours, listening for echoes that no longer belong to me. Sometimes I wonder if memories choose to stay alive, only to remind the heart how fragile love becomes after separation deepens. I hold on to the smallest moments, your turned glance, your soft laughter, the gentle warmth of your presence that lingers still like